We're not going to be able to talk to you between now and Election Day, so I think there's some important items to hit. We had one of our listeners call yesterday and wanted to know if all of the typical polling places, centers, will be open for him to go and vote in person in the city of Danbury.
Yes, all polling places where you normally vote will be open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Interesting phenomenon in Danbury. We had about 11,000 absentee ballots that were mailed out, meaning people applied for them and we sent them out to them, but only about half have been returned as of right now. So it's kind of weird. But you can use the drop boxes. We have 3 of them: one at City Hall, one at Broadview Middle School, and one at King Street School. King Street Firehouse, where you can, put your ballot in, and we clean those out a couple times a day, all 3 of them. So, or put it in the mail. But make sure you send your ballot back because you're running out of time.
Now, I am going to go, this is going to be disruptive, but I'm going to go out on Election Day, and I'm going to vote, but we're supposed to be doing the show, so I'm going to do the show via phone and be in line to vote. And maybe causing a scene, possibly. Who's to say for real? Or maybe I'll just be observing a scene. Do you anticipate any problems, long lines, anything other than me as being a problem on Election Day in Danbury?
Well, you're perennially a problem, so we all know that. But having said that, we do anticipate long lines because, remember, even though maybe a third of the voters have voted absentee ballot, and won't have to go to the polls on Election Day, you still have to maintain social distance. We've got to wipe down the equipment after every vote.
Wow.
And it's going to be, I think a long day. If I'm going to vote in person as well, but I think you should pick your time and pick your spot when you do it, and you'll get through the line a lot quicker. But they do move pretty quick. We have a lot of experienced poll workers. They're paid staff. They're not volunteers. And they really do a nice job. They do training every year, and they're into it. They really like sort of helping democracy. It's a nice thing that they do. So I expect it to go smoothly, but it will be difficult. I will tell you that during the primary, we did have a number of scuffles and skirmishes, if you will, between the Biden people and the Trump people. And that's really a concern that I have is having people behave when they go in and just cast your ballot and go. You don't need to hang around. You don't need to taunt other people. Everybody makes their own decision. That's America, and we'll count them up at the end of the night.
I didn't know about this until I heard about it this year during early voting and at polling centers and things like that. Is that you can't, or is it true that you're not allowed to wear a T-shirt that says your political affiliation? I don't know if that's the case in Connecticut, but we heard about a situation, I think it was in Texas, where a woman got removed from a polling center because she had an aggressive political message on her shirt. Is that the case? Should people be concerned about that or worried about what they wear?
Yeah, you can't wear any political buttons. You can't wear any T-shirts, slogans, nothing like that. If you do walk in, they may ask you to turn your shirt inside out or put a jacket on to cover it up. You can wear an Ethan and Lou T-shirt. That is acceptable because you're not on the ballot, but everybody else, and we're going to form an Ethan and Lou party when this is over, but right now we don't have an Ethan and Lou party. So you can do that. But that is a real thing. Also, just simply advocating for a candidate inside the polling place is a no-no. You can't walk around to other people and go vote for Kanye West or something like that. And you have to stand 75 feet away from the opening of the polls where the doors are. So there's a sign that says 75-foot mark. So just so people aren't harassed when they go in and try to cast their ballot.
Unbelievable.
Will there be any police officer at each polling place or not?
You there?
Yeah, we're here. Ethan asked if there'll be a police presence at the polling places.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Ethan. We have, I think, 10 or 11 officers that'll be kind of on a roaming patrol to make sure that things go smoothly. We don't typically put officers inside the polling place because some people believe that that's intimidation. I personally don't, but they're there to protect the health, safety, and welfare of everybody and make sure you cast your ballot, not stop you from casting your ballot. But they will be available as needed, and a lot of it for traffic control as well.
So what I'm hearing is that we're all to get through this process. smoothly. It's almost like getting on an airplane these days. We're going to be relying on each other to not wear political messages, shout political affiliations, not get in physical altercations, to just follow the rules that have been established so that we can all actually vote in a timely fashion.
And that's gone smoothly in the past. So.
No, I know, Ethan, right? But there's a little bit of that. But we do have monitors there, and they will ask you to leave. And we've done that before. We'll do it again. So there is a paid staff there that will help kind of tone that stuff down. But this year, for whatever reason, it's just an observation, anecdotal. People have been very cranked up and have been running around polling locations inside, trying to convince people to vote other ways. And look, just go cast your ballot and go home, and wait till 9 o'clock when they open up the machines.
Yeah, that's how you impact this thing, is to actually get the vote in. You know, if you are asked to leave because you are ignoring the rules, that's not voter suppression. It's you were warned and you didn't do it.
All we're asking for is people to follow the rules, which seem to be, for some people, difficult.
Well, this is a can't miss man on the street opportunity for me. I'll tell you what. Oh, yeah. I vote for me.
Ethan, I've got so many stories for you. One day we'll tell more stories. Here's a couple of quick little things. If you don't live in Danbury or whatever town you're at the polling location, if you don't live there, you can't vote there. So don't walk in. We had somebody walk in, or more than one person walk in August and say, I live in Richfield, but I want to vote here at Danbury High School. You can't. And then when we said no, they claimed voter suppression.
There we go.
So if you live in Richfield, you got to vote in Richfield, right? Make sure you're registered. You can actually vote the same day, register and vote the same day, so that's all covered. You have to have some form of ID, whether it's a piece of mail, license, whatever. You got to bring that with you, and that's it. I mean, it's really simple, and nobody's trying to stop anybody from voting, but there are rules. You're absolutely right, Ethan.
When you go to vote and there's a line, should there be a line, will you get preferential treatment? You get to butt in line?
No, the voting is like funerals. Never jump the line. Always wait in line. First of all, you can talk to a lot of people and get a lot of votes if you're running. And secondly, people see that and they get very upset. So I always wait in line like everybody else.
Yeah, if you get interviewed, don't do what de Blasio did the other day, which was get progressively frustrated and express that to the media as the hours went on. Dude, it's your city. What are you complaining about? You're there for 3 hours. Right. Your problem.
Fix it. Yeah, I don't anticipate that kind of wait. Would 20 minutes be...
I'm down with 20 minutes. Yeah. You could sign me up for 20 minutes right now.
Yeah, I could see something like that. And it does... So when we open right at 6, there's always a little hiccup. You know, we start putting the ballots through the machine goes kablooey. We always have extra stuff and machines and things like that. No problem. But then we got to bring it. You know, there's always some little thing. But by about 6:15, 6:30, everything's humming along smoothly. And, it's like filling out your SAT.
I want to make clear, I was joking up front. I'm not going to be causing a disruption of any kind. I'm there to vote and observe what goes on so I can relay it to Ethan, because not everybody understands when I'm joking. I don't want to get thrown out.
Sure.
So I'll be there, and I'll be on the phone relaying messages to Ethan, and I'm there to vote also, and that's that.
All right.
Right, and by the way, I just want to say, it's very simple. Just bubble in next to the name of the person you want to vote for. You bubble it.
No Chads, huh?
No Chad.
No Chad. Don't circle. People circle it. Don't write in that guy or yes. Just bubble it in. You
not
would
that
be
difficult.
shocked at how many ballots.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked. All right, look, I know
you're officially late for your meeting.
That's right. You got to go. What's the meeting about, by the way?
Very critically, very important thing.
That's what I figured. Thanks for coming on with us.
All right, thanks, Mark.
All right, we'll debrief Thursday morning. Be safe, and thanks for what you do, guys.
All right, see you later. Mayor Mark Boughton, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't get a chance to. Erica had just messaged me.
Yeah.
And then we can look this up. You're good at research.
Okay.
She said, and this is just a question from my wife. I heard that there are rules that can get you disqualified from the voting booth that includes social media stuff.
Meaning if you're caught not social distancing?
I don't. Maybe if you're doing social media in line or in the polling place. I don't know what she means specifically.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to ask him while he was on. That would have been a good question.
She needs to clarify. I'm not sure what she means.
But we can look it up. No, I think what she means is like, doing an Instagram live video,
I see
Facebook
what
live
you're
video
saying.
in line at the polling station.
That's a good question, especially
Probably
if
get
you're
you
going
bounced.
to be doing.
Right.
All right. We'll look into it.
Yeah.
We're looking into it.
We're looking at it. We've got some of our best people looking at it.